going to read from my latest collection, Misuse, which I was writing in the mornings and working on pieces of art like the one on the wall in the afternoon and evening. They're very much the same time, the same thought process. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with textile poetry, perhaps this will be more of a way in or a counterbalance. Waiting for a field mouse. Green, inspired down to be obsolete, leap to loop, the blue tulip will lift, for the love of evaluating indeterminate touching, if and only a feigning green inside grass. Grass is only feeling green, noise inside crows and crochet touching, books and flies to be binding, to be bound down, hooks and eyes and skies and lift, until left behind another loop. Loop is also close to enclosed grass. Lasso in this way, the wall is wallowing left. Life is finding a tulip loop, instead down. It finds itself a dirty grasshopper reed, dark gray is green. Again, negative is never pure or innocent lift. Lift, left feeling touching, is gross, oh hand, over handy yellow waiting on green, sloping along the lollipop loop, is also obsolete woodlouse sitting in the grass, is mouse sitting himself filed down. Down is told, telling, collecting shells and sea glass to feel lift, inside grief finds gregarious us, standing as grass to feeling touch, yearning over verdigris yarn fastened into a loop, it is touching green. It is touching, feeling itself filed down, fastened, it is the end loop, if and only if lift. The atmosphere here is also green beheading grass. Tourmaline, mind from, on touching the inhuman, that therefore I am. My own muse's favorite color is green. Touch is a grass sensuality, a feeling, greening on pressure, presence, proximity. Close is when self filed down to hands, to enliven uncanny grass senses of the self filed down, a literal holding of the self filed distance in the grass sensation, in the greeting within the green, within the touch is an infinity of mice. A green close is the measure of closeness, if infectious diseases do not. If a measured greeting does answer to make the hair of nearly everyone stand on end, I can green on even a few aspects of touch, offer what it might mean to come to infinite finitude. Here in the interstices, it is relatively lively stories all the way down, is diffractively threaded through and enfolded. Is that not the nature of touching? Is that not the nature of green negatives? Is touching not by its very nature all the ways an involution and invitation and invisitation and wanted? I am visual hapticity and grass sense and horses signaling pretend it's a city and the force of touching feeling and dance and green entanglement. It is just a few grasses sensuous, a few figurations in some serious play. It's self-filed down for all the varied diary entries. Focus says it is a richly inventive endeavor for the world. And second, it distinguishes itself filed down inside. It is not above. It is not outside science. No less than laboratory workers, modelers, technicians, and technology to be grounded. If rigorous is when a bench is without the illusion of clean hands, inside and outside the world. There is a form of experimenting in green. It is only alive, keeping patters and murmurs ringing walls. Here is requiring aliveness, allowing oneself filed down and lured and surprised. It is not mere pronouncements. There are living recon figures ringing the world. The world, they are experiments with itself filed down, where the love of figure rings and recon figurines inanimate. It does not merely embody math there. The weather is not only an unfolding algorithm. Life is given in molecules, jellyfish, coral reefs. Rocks are material matters, brittle stars, asteroids, and icebergs testing the waterbed. Then snowflakes making leaps here or there, or rather testing the water yet, making here and there from leap year patterns, might be thought experiments. To be, have been, could still have been coral. It is shifting the familial coral. It is actively void, it bounds off the beaten path, then green touching down, again going out, as swerving moves experiments in indeterminacy, spinning in green, in old directions. It loses ideas. If a love affair with all life forms of liveliness is researched, then to be green is to be touching, response, and ability.